This is the card that changed my life.
The bases are loaded. 2 men are out. It's the tying run at the plate. Paul Blair is there. He's flying to center, struck out and top to short. Nolan Ryan is to do the pitching.
Can I kick it off?
Herbert to throw on third and goal. Tips it in the end zone. It's caught. Touchdown. Chargers strike. Touchdown. Dante Hall. 92 yards. That one a towering fly ball to left field. It is deep. It is back. He's not going to make it. It's 7, 8, 9, and 10. He knocks them out. In the
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Over the Years Sports. It has been a long time since we put out a video on this channel. A lot of things have happened over the course of the year. I still have obviously been doing tons of sports stuff, sports cards, memorabilia, vintage sports apparel. I'm sure a lot of you guys have probably seen me on Whatnot, doing sports card shows on Whatnot. And obviously Awthentik and the Beard, our football channel. If you guys haven't caught that, there's always a link in the description below to that channel. We actually just finished recording a video. We actually had a live Commanders versus Giants preview. So if you guys want to go over there and check that out, pretty awesome live. But yeah, it's been a long time since we put out a video, and we're back. And if you guys want to know what happened to us and why we kind of took a hiatus from making YouTube content, there is a link to that video on my other channel, the Over the Years channel, our main channel, and it's in the description of this video below. So if you guys want to check that out and kind of know the backstory of where we've been, that will explain everything for you. But today is kind of like the relaunch, the rebrand of Over the Years Sports. And I wanted to start it off by kind of going into what brought me back into the hobby. And it all started with this card. This is the card that changed my life. So, a little bit of a backstory. I always have, I'm a big sports guy. I'm sure you guys can tell, obviously. Big Orioles fan, Commanders fan, Notre Dame football, Maryland basketball, Washington Wizards, and Washington Capitals. Those are my teams. And obviously, you know, I support the Mystics. I support the DC United and stuff like that. But I love all sports. And when I was growing up, I, like everybody else growing up in the 90s, I was born in 1984. Everybody growing up in the 90s, sports cards were a essential part of growing up. And it was part of my childhood, a huge part of my childhood. And, you know, what I do right now, I am a full-time reseller. I sell everything. I specialize in antique and vintage glass, ceramic, and porcelain, but I also specialize in sports memorabilia and sports cards. But I sell everything: vintage clothes, electronics, you name it, I sell it. But when I was a kid, both my parents were, you know, collectors and dealers. And so I remember we used to go to the flea market at the Columbia Mall in Maryland. And I would set up with my cards. I would sell sports cards at like 8, 9 years old. And I would be making more money sometimes than my parents were selling antiques. Man, I knew everything there was to know about cards, everything there was to know about sports. I was so entrenched in the hobby, and I loved every minute of it. But as I got older, you know, I started playing more sports. And, you know, like most people who grew up in my age bracket, you know, our dreams of having $1 million worth of cards was shattered when we all realized that we were completely duped into believing that we were going to end up with 52 Manals for the rest of our lives, with the mass production, would in the end eventually became the junk wax era. So I kind of just fell out of the hobby. I don't even remember exactly at what point I kind of, you know, it just kind of stopped happening. You know, I guess it kind of started when I started, you know, getting more involved in taking the actual playing of sports a lot more serious. You know, I played football, basketball, and baseball like nonstop outside, obviously. Like, it was a big thing in our neighborhood to be able to play every single sport. And then as I got older, I played on teams, traveled, played a little travel baseball. And then high school, I played football, basketball, baseball. So, it just kind of happened that way. And I had no idea that cards were still being made during this whole time. I don't know. It's funny. I think about it. I'm just like, I'm sure they were being made, but it just never even crossed my mind. And so I'm a big Gary Vee guy. Always liked Gary Vee. Shout out to my co-host on Awthentik and the Beard, Awthentik, for putting me on to Gary Vee, which feels like, geez, 7 years ago. I started watching Gary Vee, and it clicked. He clicked with me. I liked the way that he delivered things. I liked his messages. And like, I mean, I think I followed Gary Vee a little bit different than some people. It was not to the extent where like, like I would just drop everything and do exactly what Gary Vee said. No, but like I took a lot of his concepts, his ideas, his messages, his words, and the things that he was telling us, and I really applied them into what I was doing as a entrepreneur, and as eventually becoming my own, small business owner, being self-employed now full time. So, I owe a lot to Gary Vee, and I learned a lot from him about, social media. I mean, just so many things over the years. But I remember I was watching an interview or something along that lines, and it was, I believe it was Wale, and he was talking about a Giannis rookie card. And I was like, what is, they're still making basketball cards? And he was talking about how, buy this card now and it'll be worth this and that down the road. And I was like, man, this is crazy. And so then like, I kind of started following him a little bit as he started talking more and more about sports cards. And it was probably like I think he did like a 2-hour live. I'm going to try and go back and see if I can find these videos on YouTube. I might be able to, I might not. And then I'll put some pictures up there and everything. But I remember him talking about sports cards, and this is probably like March 2020, somewhere around there. And then I remember a few months after that, I was in a Target, and I saw they had sports cards, which first of all, to me, was weird that they were selling sports cards in Target. Eventually, I would spend many of early mornings inside of Targets and Walmarts hunting sports cards like most people did during the COVID era. But I said, you know what? I'm going to buy this pack of cards. And it said like Panini. Like for me, I didn't even know what Panini was. I'm like, where's the upper deck? Where's the score, the Donruss, the tops? And so I got the cards and I opened it up and I pulled this card, which, I'll show you guys on the screen, but this is the card. So this is a 2020 Panini Contenders draft pick, Laviska Shenault Jr., autographed, numbered 3 out of 6. And I was blown away. I was like, man, this is crazy. Like, they didn't have autograph cards in packs when I was growing up. And like, the craziest part is I didn't even know it was numbered for like 6 months. It passed before I even realized that it was numbered. And so at that point, this card paired with what I was been watching for the past, like, almost a year with Gary Vee, I just was like, man, I'm going to start looking into cards. And when I get into things, I deep dive. I don't want to just go in head first. Like, I'm a big research guy, and you'll learn that as we go over cards and we go over things, as we do more videos here on Over the Years Sports. But I started doing a deep dive, and I'll tell you what, it was an absolute mind-blowing experience, basically having to relearn the entire hobby all over again, because it was absolutely nothing like it was when I was growing up. And so I just started getting more and more involved. And then obviously COVID hit and it became a big thing. And, I was buying into breaks, and I was, obviously I'm a reseller too. So it's like, but I'm still been a sports junkie this whole time. So I'm like, man, like I can use my reselling abilities, my sports knowledge, and rehashing the love of my childhood with sports cards all in one. Like, this is amazing. But like, obviously at the time, I'm self-employed, and I just became self-employed when COVID hit, like a month after COVID hit. And so I'm like, okay, I got to be really smart about this. So I didn't go off the deep end like a lot of people did, obviously, and like spend thousands of dollars on Lucas and PSA cards and Trey Youngs and Zions and all this and that. Like I was really smart about it. And so Laviska Shenault Jr. just ended up being like my go-to guy. I thought I started buying into breaks. I said, man, the Jaguars are always really cheap, but they have a lot of young talent in that draft class. It was Laviska Shenault Jr., it was Colin Johnson, James Robinson, although James Robinson didn't have a lot of autographs in the early releases of that year. They had CJ Henderson. There's another defensive player too. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. That's gonna drive me crazy. But yeah, and so I started buying Jacksonville Jaguars into a lot of breaks because I liked the style. I was not a Jacksonville Jaguar fan, as you can tell. I was not a Colorado Buffalo fan, but I liked the excitement of Laviska Shenault Jr. and it just made sense because this was the card that brought it all back. And so like that's kind of how I got back into the hobby. And obviously the hobby has changed once again since, the market has corrected itself. But and I've shifted gears across different sports and different strategies, and these are things that we're going to go over as we go through videos in the weeks and months to come. We're actually going to the Chantilly's card show on Friday and Saturday. Probably won't go Sunday because I'm going to be watching the Commanders and Giants game. But yeah, so that's kind of like what brought me back into the hobby is Gary Vee and Laviska Shenault Jr. Kind of a crazy combination, but I thought it would be cool to kind of like, show you guys. And the thing that's crazy is I still have all of my Laviska Shenault cards that I, acquired over that time. And like I made a lot of mistakes like most people did during the market shifting, but my biggest mistake was not selling when I should have. But I thought it was just going to keep going and going and going and going and going. But I've like I said, I learned a lot. It was very difficult in the beginning because it's a constant the learning curve, getting back into the hobby and knowing where to put your money in. And then for me, one of the biggest things that was so difficult is growing up, it was like, if you were a star, your card had value. But then obviously, in the new age, it's like quarterbacks and rookies. And that's one of the things that bugs me the most about the hobby is I feel like, players who are star positional players should have value just as much as quarterbacks who we're basically valuing them off of potential. So, I had to learn that. Basketball was always difficult because, you had like your 4 or 5 guys who were like the high end. And then like, even if you were an all-star, if you weren't like a superstar, your card didn't have nowhere near the value as some of these superstars or rookie cards before they even play. And then in baseball, it's obviously the hitters. Pitchers didn't have the same value as hitters, even if you were a Cy Young winner or the best pitcher in the game, a future Hall of Famer, just didn't have the same value as a hitter. Everybody loved the power. The power hitters had the most value. And then learning the prospects. Now that's like my go-to thing because I love the data, I'm a sports junkie. I love prospecting, and that's for all sports. Like I try to find the guys that not everybody is talking about that I see potential in being a superstar because it's a low risk, high reward sort of situation. So it's a lot different than like investing thousands of dollars into the one guy that everybody says is going to be the guy because there's a chance that he is, but those cards are always going to be more expensive out the gate as opposed to some of these other cards are. So that's kind of where I'm at now. But I did want to show you guys my Laviska Shenault collection. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can't pull this up for everybody. And then, yeah, we're going to go ahead and let me just find a good little, I'll make sure I can find you guys a good view here of cards without like the light being all over the place. Okay. All right. It's going to be tough. Gonna be tough. Mm. All right, we'll run it like this. We can figure this out like this. I think you guys will get the idea. Don't forget to follow us on Whatnot. We do have a bunch of Whatnot card shows coming up. I'll put a link in the description below. But let's go ahead and take a look at this stack of Laviska Shenault cards. All right. So we'll start off and we'll kind of breeze through some of the lower end stuff. But all right, let's go ahead and here we go. So first, obviously, this was the year the first Mosaic football came out. Mosaic green rookie card, Mosaic prism rookie card, pink camo, pink camo, pink camo, little disco action, Laviska Shenault, red, white, and blue prism rookies, little prism draft picks, purple rookie, nice little blue checkerboard die cut select rookie card, Laviska Shenault. So those are some of the colored Laviska Shenault, and then let's get into the numbered stuff. So here we go, a little certified. This one is numbered to, geez, there we go, $3.99. Little XR rookie card red. That one is numbered to $149. Little Phoenix pink. That one is numbered to $199. Oh, this is a cool one. I still have a sealed box of this Chronicles draft picks. I bought so much of this. It was crazy. So here we got a number match, 2 out of 10 on the Chronicles Crown Royale rookie card. Beautiful card. I love this one. Jersey match 2 and 2. Then we got a rated rookie canvas studio. This one is numbered, what is that? 68 out of 100. Here we have a rookie and stars rookie card. This one is numbered 16 out of 49, I believe. That's a nice looking card too. Here we got some elements rookie card. This one was numbered 56 out of 91. So those are all like the numbered ones I kept over the years, obviously. And let's do some patches. Here we have a, what was this out of? Rookie and Stars. Dual patch, numbered out of 199. A little Illusions, big black napkin. Instant Impact. I don't think that one's numbered. Nope. Obsidian, love these cards. Obsidian trifecta rookie card, got the jersey and the football. That one is numbered to, what is that, 100? And we got the Obsidian volcanic patch card. That one numbered? Yep, that one's numbered. Numbered out of 75. So those are some of the patch cards, and then we got some autos here. So we got the Phoenix auto. This one's numbered also, I think. 24 out of 25. Here we got the Prestige rookie. This is also a number match, 2 out of 10. Number match on that rookie auto. Then we got a Mosaic rookie auto. Some of these cool Leaf Trinities. This is 12 out of 15. Buff Nation. Then we got the Go Buffs. This one's not numbered. Then we got another Rookie and Stars auto. This one is out of 99. Then we got Panini Contenders draft picks. This one is numbered out of 25. We got this beautiful Spectra dual color patch rookie card. This was also out of Chronicles, I believe. And that is numbered 7 out of 10. Then we got another nice little 1, 2, 3, 4 color patch out of Trinity, 13 out of 50. Then we got a gold standard auto triple patch rookie, numbered to 99. And then we got Illusions double patch, double color patch auto out of 75. And then, of course, the card that started it all, Laviska Shenault Jr., 3 out of 6. Panini Contenders draft picks. This is the first card I pulled, big card or any card really, that I pulled out of my first pack I bought back into the hobby. So that is my Laviska Shenault collection, and this is why Laviska Shenault and Gary V are responsible for me getting back into the hobby and eventually here talking on Over the Years Sports YouTube channel. So big shout out to everybody who stuck around for this video. We're going to be growing, obviously, small channel. We're just getting back on our feet. If you guys haven't subscribed to our main channel over the years, you can find a link for that in the description below. We are going to be going to the Chantilly card show coming up, so I'm super stoked about that. We'll be filming some videos while we're there, bargain box hunting, which is one of my favorite passions. So I want to thank you guys, as always, for joining us. Appreciate all the love and all the support. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up, and we will see you guys on the flip side. And as always, YouTube, stay classy. Peace.